evening, everyone, and welcome to the Dr. Allen Sugarman Sports Complex here in Fort Lee, New Jersey, the setting for the 2023 Bergen County Boys Soccer Coaches Association Senior All-Star Game. The Bergen County Boys Soccer Coaches Association hosts a Senior All-Star Game every year. Our goal for this game is to give the top 44 players in Bergen County one last opportunity to play on the high school level. But more importantly, it gives these players a chance to play and showcase their talents in front of college coaches. The Bergen County Boys Soccer Coaches Association is also having a food drive on the night of tonight's game. We are asking all players, coaches, and spectators to help bring a bag of non-perishable food here to the game tonight. And as an association, we feel it's important to help those less fortunate during this Thanksgiving season. A reminder to all fans that tonight you could purchase any food at the concession stand brought to you by the Fort Lee Athletics Department, and that this game will be live streamed on the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. Just search Fort Lee Athletics on YouTube and you'll be able to watch this game live and also anytime after on demand for free. Now, let's meet the All-Stars for both sides. First, introducing to you the All-Stars representing the blue team. In goal, number 1, from Bergen Catholic, Andrew Blodgett. In goal, number 22, representing Hasbrook Heights, Stuart Estrada. Number 2, from Bergen Catholic, Sebastian Ortega. Number 3, from Bergen Catholic, Cosmo Tristani. Number 4, from Bergen Catholic, Joseph Lee. Number 5, from Bergen Catholic, Ryan Chong. Number 6, from Bergen Catholic, Luca Nazar. Number 7, from Bergen Catholic, Graham Ewers. Number 8, from Northern Highlands, Aiden Dario. Number 9, from Ridgewood, Aiden Linnington. Number 10, from Ridgewood, Parker Wilson. Number 11, from Ridgewood, Jack Erb. Number 12, from Ramsey, Patrick Weir. Number 13, from Ramsey, Max Nirenberg. Number 14, from Ramsey, Luke Ernst. Number 15, from Mawa, Jalal Khalifa. Number 16, from Tenafly, Eunice Attila. Number 17, from Rutherford, Dylan Ten. Number 18, from Woodridge, Salvatore Cantazaro. Number 19, from Indian Hills, Michael Casso. Number 20, from Dwight Englewood, Lucas Lane. Number 21, from Old Japan, Kevin Contreras. And the head coach of the Blue All-Star team is Michael Carasquilla from Tenafly. Now let's meet the All-Star team representing the Navy team. Number 1, playing goal from Cliffside Park, Guillermo Barreto Desa. Number 22, playing in goal from Ramapo, Antonio Spina. Number 2, from Cliffside Park, Skylar Sarek. Number 3 from Cliffside Park, Davi Dos Santos. Number 4 from Cliffside Park, Danny DeUrso. Number 5 from Don Bosco Prep, Shahan Zamanian Rod. Number 6 from Don Bosco Prep, Zeno Bang. Number 7 from Don Bosco Prep, Nick Swerkos. Number 8 from Ramapo, Ryan DeCourt. Number 9 from Ramapo, Jacob Marcos. Number 10 from Garfield, Johannes Alvarez. Number 11 from Garfield, Brendan Beza. Number 12 from Fort Lee, Kaito Shinoda. Number 13 from Demarest, Alex Jacob. Number 14 from Tenafly, Philip Chun. Number 15 from Emerson, Jeremy Lockman. Number 17 from Paramus, Severio Capalupo. Number 18 from Riverdale, Connor Galucci. Number 19 from Pascack Hills, Michael Chelney. Number 20 from Bergenfield, Owen Gonzalez. Number 21 from Park Ridge, Thomas Ippolito. Number 23 from North Arlington, Vincent Richard. And the coach of the Navy team is Carmine Cabareri of Cliffside Park. Now we ask at this time if all those able can please stand, and we'll have the playing of our national anthem here before the start of today's game. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome here back to the Sugarman Sports Complex in beautiful Fort Lee, New Jersey. The setting, as it normally is, for the Bergen County Boys Soccer Coaches Association Senior All-Star Game, as we honor 44 of the top senior soccer players in Bergen County with one final game just before Thanksgiving. Hi, everyone. I'm Dan Long. So glad that you could join us here on the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel, as it's always one of our treats year in and year out to be able to showcase some of the top soccer talent all around New Jersey here tonight with one final salvo before we officially put a bow on the 2023 soccer season. We have a couple of great players that are certainly going to be littering both sidelines here today. Great matchups. Two teams that won state championships came from Bergen County this season. Ramsey winning Group 2 and Garfield winning the Group 3 titles. So again, the
talent level is sky high when it comes to soccer here in Bergen County. We'll have the two matchups, the Navy All-Stars taking on the Blue All-Stars here tonight. The Blue All-Stars are going to be in their powder kind of Carolina blue uniforms. They're going to be coached by Michael Carasquilla of Tenafly, while Navy, they're going to be in their darker kits, led by head coach Carmine Cambereri of Cliffside Park. A chilly night here, but the boys are going to be able to get through this one, as it's at least not going to be raining as it was predominantly throughout the course of the regular season, as we saw throughout our regular season play here at Fort Lee. 49 degrees at opening kickoff here tonight. It's been fun for me personally to be able to broadcast the sights and sounds for so many of these players, as I was able to do the announcing for the state championships at Franklin High School a couple of weeks ago, and seeing Ramsey and Garfield pull through for their state championships. Blue team will start off with possession, as again they'll be in the powder blue looks with the black numerals on the back, while the Navy All-Stars are going to be in their navy with the black shorts as well. So about to get underway with first 40 minutes put on the clock here tonight. Just awaiting the official signal of when we will get things underway. And despite this being an all-star game, you will see these proud players, they want to get going here. They want to be able to showcase their talent to the last time at a high school level. So we're going to see plenty of action, and maybe not the hardest challenges in the world, but we will see opportunities for the Stars to come out here tonight. Looks like Antonio Spina is going to be in goal for the Navy side to start things off. And on the other side, it looks like it might be Andrew Blodgett of Bergen Catholic, donning the penny on the other side. That was one of the things that we were even talking about before the game, that having some of the players, the goalies were in the same colors as their normal team, so they had to make sure that they had something that could differentiate them from themselves from the rest of the field players. You can see everyone lining up on the blue team as they get the kickoff, and they are just setting it forward. It's almost like a football kickoff here. Having a little fun to start us off here this evening under the bright lights in Fort Lee. Trying to fight for that possession on the far side. It's Luca Nazor of Bergen Catholic. Bergen Catholic filling out a majority of the blue roster this season. What a season for the Crusaders. Then went all the way into the sectional semifinals in non-public A. Played backwards there by Alex Jacob of Demarest. He's getting a touch of that in the midfield. And time was Vincent Richard of North Arlington. And this is an opportunity in this type of all-star game to get to showcase and spotlight maybe players from schools that have not gotten the same type of attention as the big-name schools. And this is where Richard gets an opportunity, takes a shot, and immediately is thwarted that time by Andrew Blodgett. Blodgett making the save. He had 58 saves on the season for Bergen Catholic. Vincent Richard, on the other hand, 18 goals, 9 assists for 45 points for North Arlington. He's going to be wearing number 23 here tonight. He had the first grand scoring opportunity. Now the blue side trying to maneuver with it to the near side. It's Ryan Chong of BC. Playing it up top. Tristani, who's a Fordham commit, trying to slither that one across the goal mouth, but it was intercepted by Navy. Navy going deep again, trying to find Richard. Double team comes back to him, and Joseph Lee, a Lafayette commit, will get to it. Over to the near side it goes. Brendan Beza, part of that unbelievable Garfield team that won a state championship, knocking off Robbinsville in the state final at Franklin High School. Intercepted by the blue team. Trying to feed that one just on top of the box, anticipated and parried away to the far side. That was cleared out of harm's way by Connor Gallucci of Riverdale. Played into the back line. And all the way back it goes to Blodgett. As it comes off to the near side. And it'll be played out of bounds and will be a resulting throw-in now for the Navy All-Stars. As Gallucci throws it back in. To Court. One-touch pass. Good ball movement here by Navy. They get an opportunity on the far side. As that's sent back over to the near post side, but offside was going to be the call anyway as Richard mishit it on the near post. This year in Bergen County, the varsity Bergen County Championship was a pair of champions. Rampo and Ramsey played to a scoreless draw, so they were named co-champions this season. While the JV and freshman championships, including the freshman game that was played on this very same field at Fort Lee, were won by Bergen Catholic. The Bergen Cup was won by Emerson High School, and the BIT, the Bergen County Invitational, was won by Bergen Tech. So congratulations to all those schools on their respective Bergen County soccer titles this year. As that's shipped into the waiting hands of Antonio Spina, one of those players that were represented in the Bergen County Championship. Co-champions, as Ramsey had a banner season to say the least. Co-county champs and then went on to win the state championship and finished off an unbeaten season for the Rams. Along the near side, Tristani trying to maneuver through a host of defenders, plays it to the wide side to Contreras. Kevin Contreras of Old Japan. That ball went out of bounds on the near sideline, could not be kept in. It'll be a resulting throw-in now on the defensive end for Navy. Blue tracks it down with Joseph Lee. Eunice Attila of Tenafly. Good lead ball. Just trying to break in at the last moment with Sebastian Ortega. Ortega, who struck for 25 goals, 12 assists for 62 points this year for Bergen Catholic, gave the thumbs up to Attila. Attila had a beautiful lead ball there that Ortega nearly came under. And Spina will drop kick this one away. Karam's down all the other way. A little dangerous defending that time. A chip shot attempt from distance, but Karam's out of play to the far side. Davido Santos of Cliffside Park, no stranger to playing here at Fort Lee, was trying to see if he could catch Blodgett from out of the goal. That one is sent long. Again, ranging all the way out. Aggressive goaltending, as you come to expect in an all-star game. Take a little more chances than maybe your coach will allow you to do in the course of a regular season. As that's knocked out of play, will be a throw-in upcoming in the offensive third for the Blue All-Stars. Sent along to the far side. Maneuvering in space, now trying to come all the way up and defend out of their own zone. That time was Navy. Offside flag is up as they tried a cheeky one-timer. Beza was the one who initially was aggressively stepping up in front of his back line to try to clear that up. Spina playing it over to the near side to Alex Jacob. Jacob looking for an outlet and decides he's going to go long with it. That chases Lee all the way back down to defend. A fun night under the lights again to honor these players, the 44 players that were selected to participate in this game. Getting some all-star swag and getting a chance once again to play in front of family and friends just before Thanksgiving. And also to play in front of some coaches for any of those players who maybe have not committed yet and want to play at the collegiate level. This is a great opportunity for them, in addition to the Thanksgiving food drive that is run here by the Coaches Association. Again, all around just a fantastic event that has become a nice tradition here at Fort Lee. Popped up. Richard was open briefly, and blue team trying to track back defensively. Feeding it into the box, the 1-2, and good dispossession. Referee says play on and get up. They're not going to call a foul there. Again, even though it's an all-star game and these players have pride and want to be competitive, I don't think you're going to see a lot of physical tackling and hard challenges in this one. Good pass across the box. Came across to the far side, but was cleaned up on the play. Nice defensive work there as it now goes over to the far side. Blue team trying to put on a little more pressure. They've had those opportunities so far in this game. Advanced over to the near side, tipped up top. Here's a shot opportunity, and that just goes wide of the mark over to the near post side. That'll be deflected last touch by blue team, so Navy will earn the corner. The first corner kick opportunity as we're coming up on 9 minutes into the start of the first half of action. Corner going to be handled here by Shahan Zamanian Rad of Don Bosco Prep. Along to the far side to Richard. Richard trying to sneak that one in, and a shot opportunity right in front of that far side post by Davi Dos Santos. Goes out of play. As that'll go out for an ensuing goal kick. Intercepted in the middle of the field by Johannes Alvarez. The Garfield Boilermaker trying to track it down to the far side. Ball left behind. There's a shot and a kick save. That opportunity out of bounds by Blodgett. Blodgett making a kick save there. Reactionary stop. The Bergen Catholic senior makes his best save of the night. That goes out of bounds and now will be a resulting corner kick on the far side. Zamanian Rad, who had 10 assists on the season, trying to facilitate here from that far corner flag. Again, so far in the early goings, Navy has had the better of the opportunities offensively. Taken across to the near side and out of play of the offense, and now trying to clear it up the field is the defense in blue. Being hounded every step of the way. As blue patiently gets it across the field to the near side to Lee. Lee with a long ball, trying to look for his high school teammate, Tristani. Tristani tries to get to it, but again, he's thwarted with that advance by Spina. Intercepted by blue. Taken along to the far side by Attila. Good build up this time. Trying to find the cutting Ortega in front. Popped up as Navy now looks to form the counter the other way. Nice work there by Vincent Richard. Headed forward to the far side. It's a race for it, and winning that race that time was Blodgett. Into the midfield it goes. On a breakout the other way with Ryan Chung. Lofting it down the near sideline to Tristani. Tristani centering ball to his teammate on the near side post. Just deflected away. Tristani again trying to find the service inside the box. A running volley of a shot opportunity. Just missed cleanly. As it comes back to Joseph Lee. Lee being hounded by Bcbsca down the near sideline. Back up top to Attila. And there's our actual first foul of the game, as that'll lead to a free kick opportunity here for the Blue All-Stars. Knocked away as Lee will recollect possession back at around the 40. Chipping that one. Now along the near side. Underneath it, Tristani. Tristani trying to feed that one, had man lurking in the middle of the box. Good defensive backtrack there by Navy. Here they come out. In the open field, Dos Santos with plenty of green in front of him. Tried a lead pass that time, was knocked down by the back line, but not cleanly. Ewers was trying to get it out of harm's way. Chipped pass down the length of the field. As Kevin Contreras, number 21, was trying to get down underneath that one. Ball's loose, and now the whistle. Offside is the call. As Vincent Richard was trying to time his run and maybe have a chance at a breakaway. Played along to the near side. Ortega playing it wide. Coach Pete Burkanish of Bergen Catholic is here to see all of his players that are well represented in this senior all-star game. As that's deflected out of bounds to the far side. Possession going over to the Navy All-Stars. Ball is still loose. Again, no whistle. And Blue breaking out with it. Trying to find a little spacing in the midfield. Here's a good buildup. Here's Chung. Mad dash to the ball. There's a chip shot. Spina with the initial save. That caroms out of bounds to the far side. Blue will earn themselves a corner. And that was a mad dash to the goal. As you saw, 3 different powder blue clad players breaking in on goal. And Antonio Spina doing a good job of thwarting any opportunity there. Corner taken on the far side corner flag. Blue trying to make a run over to the near side. Tristani beating past a couple of defenders. Try to slither that one back to a waiting all-star teammate on the blue side. But Navy, the good anticipatory defense. Contreras dancing along the near side. Got it deflected out of bounds. Last touch off of Galucci. That'll be another corner upcoming for the blue side. This time the All-Stars taking it from the near side corner. Played along to the near side. Tristani. Good ball. It's a header attempt right in front after Spina was coming out. Just could not find the back of the net that time. Good service, as that was a curler inside the middle of the box, and a header attempt by Lee just off the mark to the left side. Long ball is knocked down. Attila playing it up top to Contreras. On a line to Tristani. Tristani 1v1, empty net, tap in attempt, and a finish inside. And we have our first goal of this all-star game. As Blue celebrates the tap-in finish, Tristani did a great job of creating the service, deking out the goalie that opportunity, and just left it on a silver platter inside. So the blue team will jump out to a lead, as it looks like it's teammate to teammate. Tristani found Sebastian Ortega. Those two combined with plenty of goals this season for Bergen Catholic. Ortega, 25 goals on the season, gets credited with the goal there. Deflected back up top, as that one is deflected now to the near side. That'll go out for a corner kick taken here to the near side. So a 1-0 lead for the Blue All-Stars. On a goal by Sebastian Ortega off the assist from Cosmo Tristani. Loose in the box, a header attempt. That one ricochets in. So Navy responds with a beautiful header goal that found its way just inside the crossbar. And we are level now at 1-1. And it looks like a group celebration about to commence as well. Have a little fun as well. That's the main point of this one. The senior showcase getting one last chance to run up and down a high school field and celebrate, and knowing you have an opportunity to score a goal here. Looked like it might have been Dos Santos was the one who got the header on it. That ricochet just inside the crossbar and found its way into the back of the net. So 1-1 the score as we're coming up on the halfway point of half number one. As that goes out of bounds, last touch off of Blue. Now the game has opened up a little bit. Goals in the last 5 minutes or so between both sides. Nice crossfield pass and good take up that far side. Here's another centering ball. Finds its way right in front of the net. And Blue answers with another goal, their second goal of the first half. That was a beautiful find in front. Deposited in the back of the nets by the blue team, as it looks like it was Joseph Lee, number 4, second Bergen Catholic player to score a goal, joining his teammate Sebastian Ortega. And now the goals are coming in bunches here. 2-1 lead for the Blue All-Stars. Navy All-Stars responded after surrendering the first goal of the game with a goal off a set piece before. Let's see what their response is here after falling behind for the second time, and wholesale changes being made here. A couple of fresh legs coming in for both sides. As we've reached around the midway portion, a lot of times you'll also see on the coach's decision if the keepers are just going to play one full half and then have the second half to the other all-star keepers. Out of bounds to the far side will be a throw-in. Kano Shinoda, who is the representative of his hometown here in Fort Lee. He was outstanding for the Bridgemen his entire career. His senior season, 4 goals, 4 assists for 12 points for Kaido. As that goes out of play to the far side. Along to the near side, administering the pressure for the blue team, Max Nirenberg, part of that Ramsey State Championship side. A dream season for the Rams. Again, finished unbeaten all season long, as that's headed backwards by Patrick Weir. part of that collective unit that was just so difficult to score on as Weir playing it back to his keeper. Blodgett goes right back to Weir. Now into the midfield, Jack Erb. Ridgewood Maroon, leaving it off for Weir. Weir setting a good ball on a line drive. Now a header attempt into that far post side and nearly a goal right into the game for Nirenberg. Max Nirenberg, 4 goals, 4 assists himself this season, and he had a beautiful placement on that header attempt, was just trying to sneak it in that far post side. Was denied entry just at the last moment. Does earn his team a corner kick in the far side as Blue trying to extend upon their 2-1 advantage. Curling ball inside the box, another header flick attempt. This one is gobbled up by Spina, as Michael Casso of Indian Hills, number 19, was on the near post. Sent forward by Thomas Ippolito of Park Ridge High School. And past the midway point of the first half, 2-1 advantage for the Blue All-Stars. They're in the Carolina Powder Blue. The Navy All-Stars in the Navy Blue. Knocked out of play to the near side. Directly underneath us, Jalal Khalif. Khalifa from Mawa High School, so he doesn't have to change his jersey color all that much. Very similar to the Thunderbird blue that he's sporting here tonight. Stepping up and defending is Navy in their back line. Trying to race after that possession is Zeno Bang of Don Bosco Prep. Long ball played forward down that far side. Jacob Delecki of Wallington was trying to get underneath it. Philip Chun, excuse me, of Tenafly. Along the near side, blue team. With the build-up just outside the box, they'll play it backwards. Here's Weir. The service again just in the front of the goal. Knocked down to the near side by Jacob Marcos of Rampo. Stolen away. But Bang lost it out of bounds to the far side. Still a 2-1 advantage here for the Blue All-Stars. Again, we'd like to thank everybody for their constant support of these free broadcasts, courtesy of the Fort Lee Athletic Department here on the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. As we bring you the sights and sounds of Bridgman Athletics throughout the course of the season, it's always one of our honors to be able to be on the mic here for this event. I'm Dan Long. This game is being produced by Dimitri Nanis, who's also the camera operator here today, so we're really putting Dimitri to work right before the holiday. It's nice to see him actually work for a change, as that is deflected about to the far side. Obviously a little tongue-in-cheek. Dimitri does a great job with all these broadcasts here presented by Fort Lee Athletics. Now into the midfield goes the Navy side, trying to maneuver their way up the field. Good backtracking, but a little too close with that defensive work that time, as Erb is going to be called for the foul. It's going to set up a free piece and a set-piece opportunity here on the free kick for the Navy All-Stars, trying to look for an equalizer as we're coming up on the last 15 minutes of the first half here from Sugarman Sports Complex in Fort Lee. Being lined up just inside the 30-yard line. Set piece and diving in to make the stop Nice look there at Stuart Estrada from Hasbrook Heights. Estrada, 126 saves on the season for the Aviators, getting a chance to come into this game. So they have elected to go to a different keeper midway through this first half and not just wait to have both goalies play in different halves. That was a whistle, so that shot would not have counted. Spina was up to the challenge anyway. Along the far side is now Navy tries to bring it down. Good touch pass along the near side, trying to link up with Danny D'Urso. Cliffside Park is ridden off the ball. Good aggressive play there by Patrick Weir. We're trying to track it down. Weir is one of the better defenders in all of New Jersey high school soccer. So when he saw the opportunity to advance up the field and be aggressive, the leader of Ramsey was going to take full advantage. A throw in now along the near side. Ironberg will do the honors. Throw it into the box. That was dangerous. That was almost headed towards the back of the net. No one could collect it in front. Good move along the near side. Again to Urso. Knocked out of play. Parker Wilson of Ridgewood will throw it back in. We are sending it along to the far side as Blue tries to build up the possession. Wilson. We're into the midfield. Ryan Chong. Chong's service intercepted. Good escape along the near side. Ippolito. Building it up now to Chun. Good extra pass that leads to a shot opportunity. Will they uncork the shot? They'll run out of real estate that time. As Zeno Bang had an opportunity on the far side, elected to pass it to a teammate. And again, good backtracking of the defensive work on the far post side. Under 12 and a half minutes left to go in the first half of play. All these guys will work up a healthy appetite. Maybe enjoy a little turkey tomorrow. Nice annual tradition of this soccer championship matchup of so many different great players in this all-star final here in Bergen County. That goes out of bounds and looks like it will be officially deflected off, so it's going to be a corner kick upcoming for the blue team. A kick taken quickly along the near side. Luke Ernst getting a piece of it. Ernst was another member of that Ramsey championship side, and what a season he had. 11 goals, 12 assists for 34 points. One of the offensive catalysts for Ramsey. Corner taken along the near side. We are getting it up top. Curling ball and just missed to the outside. Attila was looking to maybe deposit that one in the upper right-hand corner in that upper 90. That goes out of play for a quick goal kick. Long ball out of bounds along the near side after Ippolito was given a chase for it. Park Ridge Owls, 7 goals, 13 assists on the season for 27 points. Played back to Estrada. Again, just eye-popping numbers for Estrada. 126 saves on the year. He was a busy man in goal, defending for Hasbrook Heights. Worthy of this spot in the All-Star game. Bang tried to slither that one but to no avail as Estrada was lurking on that far post side. As we approach the final 10 minutes of the first half, an entertaining game yet again, as you come to expect. 2-1. All three goals came within about a 5-minute span. Marcos linking up, bang, nice setup there to the far side. Navy trying to build it up here, a little contact, and is this going to be a penalty kick? One of the rarities we actually see a penalty kick called in an all-star game. Little playful protesting going on right now, but Navy with a prime opportunity here to level the score just before half. Zeno Bang of Don Bosco Prep will line it up at the spot. Stuart Estrada will try to find a opportunity here to make the save. Bang fires it along to the near post side, and Navy has tied up the score at 2-2 on the penalty kick and throwing some fancy dance moves at the tail end of that conversion as well. So a foul that was whistled for a penalty kick in the middle of the box leads to the second goal of this first half for the Navy All-Stars. We've seen 4 combined goals, and we still have 9:38 left to go in our exciting first half of play. Zeno Bang had 3 goals this season for the Ironmen. Gets a goal here and gives the thumbs up as well to his teammate for helping set him up for that opportunity. And away we go. Blue team once again has surrendered a lead. Game is level now at 2-2. Ernst leaving it off for his teammate, Nymanberg, as that goes out of bounds, will be a resulting corner. Take it along the near side. That's a difficult shot, and that was the initial save made by Spina. Rebound was juicy out in front. Nobody from the Blue All-Stars were able to pounce on it. We'll go out for another corner. That was a tough shot. It was a bit of a worm burner. It was the velocity off of the turf. It just kept on staying low. Attila trying to track that down inside the box. Skewered away and now taken in. So Blue is not wasting any time trying to recapture their advantage before the break. Along the near side, chip in goal! And just as I said it, Blue team with a response almost immediately. And the group celebration commences. Let's see what this is, if it's going to be a game of 10-pin, and it looks like it is. The bowling ball celebration, as all the teammates acting as the appropriate pins. So a goal there by Blue as they take back the lead, this time at a 3-2 margin. Fun celebrations that you don't have to worry about. Bringing out any cards as well as Jack Erb, the Ridgewood senior, getting credited with the goal. 3-2 lead. Third time in this game that the Blue team has taken the lead over Navy. Coming up on the final 8 minutes or so of the first half of play. Erb, who just scored the goal. What a back heel attempt there. Just outside the top of the box. Nyrenberg trying to get fancy footwork going there. As Navy will look to resume play. Saverio Capilupo of Paramus was the one who restarted play. No stranger to wearing the Navy. Along to the far side, Bcbsca. Ricochets off and pinballs to the near side. Propelled forward, and reading it all the way was Estrada, letting that one roll out of bounds. for the goal kick. Again, as we mentioned, not only is this a great showcase for these seniors in front of any potential coaches that are scouting for colleges, but also just a great tradition of inviting the fans of all these players that come to this game to bring a donation or a food drive and a can drive. There's a turnaround shot. What a finish! That had some serious heat on it as well. As Navy, for the third time in this game, have knotted up the score level. Celebration is on, and it's always fun to see even the referees exchanging some words of congratulations, as it looked like it was Thomas Ippolito who had that rocket shot of a finish. 3-3 the score, 6:41 left to go. We'll also have a 50-50 raffle that's going to be going on throughout the course of this game. The food donations. Just a great night to celebrate soccer here in Bergen County. Six combined goals now in this first half. Some years you have it where you're starved for goal production. Not so this year. You're seeing the offensive fireworks come out here tonight. Blue looking once again to recapture the lead. That was dangerous in front. Navy has never held a lead so far in this game. Urso trying to change that. Getting a touch of it to the far side is Bang. It's a cool thing, too, is now 6 different goal scorers in this game. The players on both sides sharing the wealth. There's a long run down the far side. Wilson tracks it down defensively. Gets it back to Estrada. Well, there are 5 minutes left to go in the first half. Ironberg tries to get to it. As that was played out, Skylar Sarek of Cliffside Park was trying to defend against him, and I'll say that it went out of bounds before he even was trying to get a touch of it, so it will be a throw-in upcoming just underneath us in the broadcast booth area here at the Sugarman Sports Complex for the blue team. Wilson into the midfield. Wilson was playing it initially to his teammate Alan Ridgewood and Jack Erb. Erb has one of the 3 blue all-star goals. Weir. Now stolen away. Navy looking for potentially their first lead of the game. Ippolito trying to uncork that one. Didn't look like it took a deflection, so it just went out of bounds to the near post side. And will go out for a goal kick. Estrada plays it off to the near side. Aiden Liddington of Ridgewood, number 9, getting a touch of it. Knocked out of bounds will be a throw-in for blue. Good advance down the field. Along the near side, it's Ernst. With the defender falling down, Ernst in the box. Curls it inside. It pinballed around. It eventually went out of bounds. Corner taken quickly down the near side as we're under 2.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Knotted up at 3-3. Lofted shot opportunity. Just caromed a little too high and wide, as that'll go out for a resulting goal kick. Antonio Spina of Remapo clearing it down the field. Navy wins back the possession, looking again for what would be their first lead of the night. Here's an opportunity. There's the shot. Oh, what a save out in goal. A follow-up fire for a goal. Thomas Ippolito, his second goal of this first half. And Navy has taken their first lead of this All-Star game with 1:39 left to go in the first half of play. Estrada made a brilliant initial save. The rebound caromed out in space, and Ippolito has shown off a lead foot. He has some serious thunder behind his shots. And he has now staked Navy out to their first lead of the night at 4-3. Ippolito of Park Ridge, 7 goals, 13 assists on the season. Well, he's got 2 goals in the Bergen County Senior All-Star game. What a moment for him and for his family. It was out of bounds for a corner kick, going to be taken by Blue for the first time tonight. The Blue All-Stars trail. As it goes out to space in the far side. Closing in the final minute of the first half. One minute remaining. Here's a breakaway opportunity, but the whistle from behind the play. No breakaway opportunity. Instead, they're going to say that it was a free kick coming up for Blue. Blue takes it quickly. Plays it off to the near side. It headed out of bounds off of the head of Luca Nazor. And that'll go out for a goal kick. Under 30 seconds left to go here in the first half of play in Fort Lee. 4-3 lead for the Navy All-Stars on top of the Blue All-Stars. Blue led in this game 1-0, 2-1, 3-2. Navy has scored 2 unanswered goals to take their first lead at 4-3. And that'll do it for the first 40 minutes of action. Stick around as we'll be back for the start of the second half as you're watching coverage of the 2023 Bergen County Boys Soccer Coaches Association Senior All-Star Game here courtesy of the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. So welcome back, everybody, as we're about to start the second half of play here from the Sugarman Sports Complex in Fort Lee, New Jersey. The Navy All-Stars on top of the Blue All-Stars by a score of 4-3. Dan Long, Dimitri Nanis, glad you could join us here on the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. Blue All-Stars took early leads in this one, 3 separate occasions. Navy always came back and then propelled themselves to their first lead of the game late in the first half of play. New goalie going to be in the game now for Navy as that shot is whistled wide by Ippolito to the far side. Guilherme Barreto de Sá of Cliffside Park getting into the game after Antonio Spino went the first 40 minutes. Andrew Blodgett, who's about to take care of this goal kick, back into the game. He first played the first 20 minutes in goal for Blue before Stuart Estrada took over the final 20 minutes. As that's played out of bounds to the far side and thrown back in. Navy trying a centering ball. Stepping up, good anticipation that time by Ewers. Graham Ewers, one of the many Bergen Catholic players well represented here on the blue side, along with a lot of Ramsey players as well. As that goes out of bounds and will be a resulting throw-in for the defense. Sebastian Ortega, Joseph Lee, and Jack Erb, the 3 goal scorers for Blue. Davi Dos Santos, Zeno Bang, and Thomas Ippolito scored twice. They were the 3 goal scorers for Navy. Here's a great breakout the other way. A shot deflected away and saved. Barreto de Sá doing a great job of aggressively coming out, playing the angle, and deflecting it out of bounds to the near side after it looked like it was a clear breakaway opportunity for Blue to tie this one up again, this time at 4-4. Trying to get around. Nazor could not get around. Quick corner taken. Tristani trying to leave that one back for Khalifa. Ippolito propels that one forward. Now potential breakout for Navy. Down the other way. Zemeni and Rad. There's a shot and a save. Those two know each other quite well. Blodgett for Bergen Catholic. Zemeni and Rad for Don Bosco Prep. Blodgett with the save. Zemeni and Rad winning that one back. Here's Dos Santos, and the flag is up on the far side. So no opportunity there for Davi Dos Santos to maybe double his accounts here in the early vestiges of the second half. Again, Carmine Cambereri is the head coach for the Navy All-Stars representing Cliffside Park. Michael Carasquilla of Tenafly is the head man for the Blue All-Star team this season as that goes out of bounds to the far side. Navy trying to extend their lead. Neither team has led by more than a goal so far in this 2023 edition. Navy has scored the last 2 unanswered goals in this contest. I'd like to thank, obviously, the Bergen County Soccer Coaches Association for allowing us to be here again to broadcast for you, and wish all of you and yours a very happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. Almost a handball situation there in the far side. A little contact out of the inside of the box, and still no call. We have seen a penalty kick awarded and converted here in an all-star game. That is something that I can't say that I expected or have seen before, and I think they were trying to say, hey, based on precedence, maybe he'll call another one. Good defensive work there. But dispossessed Ippolito. Had himself a big night, winning back possession for Navy. Along that far side and weaving through. And out of bounds it goes. Throw in upcoming for Navy. Played wide. Easy pickings there for Blodgett inside the box. Cool evening, but still comfortable outside. We have a nice crowd assembled here to cheer on all these great student athletes. Around 49 degrees at opening kickoff. Navy bringing it right down the middle, leading off to the near side. Bcbsca. There's a shot, point blank, and what a save! There was a whistle and offside the call, so that if it had gotten past Blodgett, it would not have counted. But a point blank stop there, and it's going to be leading to a goal kick. So Navy inching closer and closer to maybe stretching their advantage to a 2-goal margin. Knocked down to the near side. Khalifa of Mawa bringing it back down to the near side. Ali of Bergen Catholic propels that pass forward. Worked into the top of the box, trying to split the double team. The shot on the run, deflected wide of the mark to the near side. That'll go out of play for a goal kick. Ippolito trying to head that one off to the far side to Jeremy Lockman of Emerson. Good centering attempt, deflected out of bounds. Will be a quick throw in and a restart here for Navy. Chipped over the back line, header attempt. Not a lot on it there as Bcbsca was lurking in the near post side. Knocked away with the anticipation. Squirkos, Nick Squirkos of Don Bosco Prep. Brought that up. Good pass. Better save. Blodgett with the stop. Blodgett's had to be called on to make a couple of big saves here to keep this only a 1-goal deficit for the blue team. There in the open field trying to lead pass. And Barreto de Sa make sure that he short circuits any type of offensive buildup there for blue. Knocked down along the far side. Maneuvering is Jacob. Looks like a sub going to be made by Navy. As we're closing in on 8 minutes into the start of the second half, it still remains a 4-3 advantage for the Navy All-Stars. As Blue looking to restart play and getting ready for a throw-in. Some conversations going on by the official and by the coaches. As they stop the clock, I think that they're might be changing the referee. The referee going to play now on the far side with the flag, and now a new referee into the fold. So it's an all-star game. We're going to see a couple of different referees as well. I think that's smart. Deflected inside. Still was loose out in front. Another save. And Blue is denied entry of what would have been the tying 4th goal of this game. Navy goes down the other way. A couple of deflections in front, a couple of saves. Romanian Rad trying to get around that defender. Played into the box. A one-timer attempt off the volley. Just shot wide to the far side. That would have been a highlight reel finish. Both teams having some glorious opportunities to score early on. Davi Dos Santos was close to making it A 2-goal margin on what would have been his second goal of this All-Star Championship game. Taken away. Blue now with a counterattack buildup. Getting it to Ryan Chung. Chung with a lead ball into the box. Knocked away. As that's deflected out of bounds, we'll go for a corner. Deflected up top. Graham Ewers trying to maneuver. It's their breakout the other way. Nice chip pass. Dos Santos tries to come down underneath it. Trying to go 1v1. Blodgett coming out of his net, but that does not deny Dos Santos with his second goal of the game. What a shot with the accuracy into that far corner, and doing the team celebration, Davi Dos Santos, who had 4 goals on the season for Cliffside Park with 2 goals here tonight. Ten minutes gone by here in the start of the second half. First time that one team is now led by more than a single goal. Davi Dos Santos joining teammate Thomas Ippolito with a pair of strikes and finishes in this Bergen County Senior All-Star game. 5-3 margin now in favor of the Navy All-Stars. Deflected around off to the near side and out of play. Nice display there. Chip shot, but Blodgett denies what would have been the first goal for Vincent Richard of North Arlington. And intercepted, headed forward by Aiden Dario of Northern Highlands, number 8. As Chong playing it off to the near side. Played off to the far side. Navy looking for the centering ball, just went past the feet of Dos Santos, already with 2 goals on the game. Bcbsca had it played off to the near side, is now breaking out the other way. Nazor trying to get a little momentum on blue team's side. They've surrendered the last 3 consecutive goals in this all-star game. Chipped into the box, turnaround fire shot deflected before it could get in on target. And now a whistle sounds as offside looked to be the situation. As possession will go back over to Navy. Trying to sort everything out of where this kick should come from. Barreto de Sa lining it up. As now Navy trying to bring it down the other way. Dos Santos, lead ball. Bcbsca Takes the shot. Blodgett with the initial save, but the finish on the rebound is home for Vincent Richard of North Arlington. And Navy just pouring it on here. Extending their lead now to 6-3, doubling up on the blue team. So 6 goals on the board here for the Navy All-Stars. Doubling up the Blue All-Stars, 6-3. They have also now scored 4 unanswered goals in this game. Playing along to the far side. Dos Santos with 2, Ippolito with 2, Vincent Richard with a rebound finish, Zeno Bang with a successful conversion on a penalty kick. Ortega, Lee, and Erb, the 3 goal scorers for the Blue All-Stars in the Carolina Blue. The best part is just seeing how many of these guys are having so much fun here, getting a chance to play against guys that they would have to go toe-to-toe with for so many years in high school, and now getting a chance to be a temporary teammate for at least for one night. There's a shot. Oh, Blodgett with a tough save on the near post side. Denied Bcbsca what would have been his first goal of this All-Star game. So Manny and Rad getting tugged on a little bit. Took the shot, makes the goal. As he'll run off and try to orchestrate the team celebration as well, as they'll line up and do a little kayaking as the team. Again, this is what it's all about, getting a chance to showcase your talents, getting to play with new teammates, and most importantly, having a little fun under the lights here at Fort Lee. 7-3 lead for the Navy team. Blodgett with a couple of great stops initially, but then it caromed out. Shahan, Zamani, and Rad, 7 goals, 10 assists, 24 points in his senior season at Don Bosco Prep. He gets on the board here. And the run continues, 5 straight for the Navy side. As all the second unit of reserves getting ready, most likely in a couple of minutes' time, when it reached the midway point of the second half. To come in, you could see the guys stretching on the far side of the field. Deflected, caroms out in space. Now the breakout. Blue looking for a little momentum to change here as Chong plays it up top. Khalifa getting it off to the near side. Oh, a tough angle attempt there, taken on the near side by Kevin Contreras, and he almost lofted it over to the far corner side. Again, we're anticipating a couple of minutes, wholesale changes to be made, certainly by the blue team. You can see all those guys itching and getting set to get back in the game. As that goes out of play, will be a throw into the defensive third for blue. Tipped forward by Alvarez. Richard. Little trail defense there from behind. Took a little velocity off that initial shot attempt. As Blodgett propels it down the other way. just whirling around and eventually propelling it out of bounds to the far side was Barreto de Sa. Kind of was lost at where he was and then just thought better of it and said, I'm just going to get this out of harm's way. And here are your wholesale changes that are being made by both all-star teams. Getting set to have them come back onto the field. We'll just have to hold off just a moment longer as they're still waiting for this play to go on. Knocked down by Lee to the near side. Flag was up by the official on the near side. Would not have counted anyway, as that will go out. As possession will go back for the Navy side. – 7-3 lead for Navy. Carams out to Tristani to the far side. He assisted on the first goal of the game to his Bergen Catholic teammate Sebastian Ortega. That gave Blue a 1-0 lead. They would lead then 2-1 and 3-2. But then Navy flipped the switch and took over this all-star game. They've scored 5 unanswered goals. Lead back into the midfield. Zemanian Rad just had the last goal. Takes the shot, rings that one off the far post side. Stuart Estrada has come into the game as the new keeper for the blue side. Zemanian Rad trying to go back-to-back with his goals in this all-star game. Played along to the far side. As we close in on the midway point of the second half. Khalifa. Weaving his way through the defense. Lead pass. Flag stays down. There's the shot. It went over the goalposts of the football uprights. As that just elevated and no chance there. They're trying to sneak it inside the uprights or the crossbar of the soccer goal. As now here are your wholesale changes for both teams. You have to think the final 1941 is going to belong to all these gentlemen on the field right now. One of the fan favorites, Kaito Shinoda, is onto the field. The Fort Lee participants, and it comes to him right now here in his home field. Bang. Gets it over to Michael Chelney, number 19 of Pascack Hills. Ippolita lays it all the way back. Along that far side. As Blue trying to get to it. Again, what a championship season here in Bergen County. Co-champions of the varsity tournament this year, Ramsey and Ramapo. The JV and freshman ranks brought home by Bergen Catholic. The Bergen Cup was won by Emerson. The BIT was won by Bergen Tech. And Ramsey and Garfield, they finished off the sweetest ending to their respective seasons, winning state championships in Group 2 and Group 3. A banner year for Bergen County soccer, to say the least, and you see so many of those familiar faces playing here tonight. Dylan 10, number 17, got a piece of it. 10, who represents Rutherford, getting a touch in the back line. No opposition right now as Blue brings it into the scoring area. Contreras trying to go to the far post side. Into the box, chip shot attempt, and it goes just wide of the mark. All goals for Blue have come in the first half. Still looking to open their scoring account here in the second half. 17.5 minutes left to go here in the second half play from the Sugarman Sports Complex in Fort Lee. Dan Long, Dimitri Nanis, thank you again for joining us. Finishing off our fall broadcast season here, as we traditionally do with this All-Star game. We'll be back for the winter sports season here at Fort Lee. Boys and girls basketball and wrestling seasons. Played back to the keeper, Loretto de Sa, getting that pass from Sarek to Cliffside Park Red Raiders, combining there. Out of bounds to the far side. You throw in for Blue. Blue getting a space, trying to link up with that pass. Just the last touch betrayed him. As Navy now spreading it out to the open field. Quick turn and fire. Here's Shinoda. And Shinoda get an opportunity here. Shinoda trying to shift gears a couple times and plays it out to space in the far side. Off to the near side. Chelney, centering ball. That deflects and goes into the net. Blue gets on the board for the first time in this second half. And now the mass celebration is on for the Blue All-Stars. It might have been Contreras who had that goal. And the keeper made the initial deflection, but not enough to keep it out of the back of the net. 15:57 left to go here in the second half. 7-4 is your game now in favor of the Navy All-Stars. Contreras, no stranger. 18 goals on the season for him and the Golden Knights of Old Japan. Now will this spark a late rally for the Blue All-Stars? Finally ending that 5-goal run by Navy. Played to the near side to Michael Casso. Chipped back forward. Navy being hounded. Bang trying to get it into the midfield. Gets it up top to Ippolito. Plays it wide to D'Urso. Lead pass there by Philip Chun. No one lurking on the other end of that pass from the senior from Tenafly. And goes out for a goal kick. Along that far side. Taken back. Blue with a lofted pass along the near side. Casso playing to the top of the box, overrunning it just a bit, but Linnington able to get underneath it. Good patient build up right now. And the fancy footwork. Good spacing as you'd expect, and that one is ricocheted out of play and over the fencing. Under 14 minutes left to go in regulation. And one trust the throw into Max Nirenberg. Nirenberg nearly threw it into the net himself back in the first half with his long throws. Gets the running start. And that time, just flicked off the fingertips that time and betrayed Max as he gets some of the catcalls from his family that have made the trip here to watch him. Played along to the near side, but a little too far. It goes out of bounds. Chun chests it down. Bang trying to go with it to the far side to Jacob Marcos. Lennington wins back possession. Now the counterattack the other way. Lennington trying to swing it off to the near side. Bang being watched by Casso. Blue with a good push here in the last couple of minutes, even after their goal. There's a shot and a save on the far post side. A follow-up rebound save as well. Barreto de Sa doing a nice job of being aggressive, making a couple of saves with golden opportunities in front for Blue, trying to make it back-to-back tallies. Break out the other side. Now here to Shinoda to the near side. Trying to lead a teammate inside the box. He's looking for the call, and is it going to be a penalty or just rolled out of bounds? Shinoda was trying to plead his case that his teammate got tripped up and was worthy of maybe a second PK in this game for Navy. To no avail. Stanley was trying to get after that one, but was shouldered away. That'll go out for a goal kick. Subs being made as well as we tick closer and closer to the final 10 minutes of this 2023 All-Star game. It has lived up to the hype again. 11 total goals produced here. The finest soccer talent in Bergen County. Lennington was trying to win it back. Bang was trying to race after it. Bang has the converted penalty kick in this game. He and teammates Zamani and Rad, both of Don Bosco Prep, with each one goal apiece. Davi Dos Santos of Cliffside Park with 2 goals, along with Thomas Ippolito also striking twice. Vincent Richard also has a goal, accounting for the 7 goals in this game for Navy. Sebastian Ortega and Joseph Lee of Bergen Catholic, each with 1 goal apiece. Jack Erb of Ridgewood with a goal, and Kevin Contreras of Oltapan with a goal. Headed up in the air, and ranging up high is Estrada. Onside flag is up by the near side official, also getting some of our best officials to do this game. Only the best here in the All-Star game. Chun. Stolen away by Weir. Nice move there by Chelney. As Ernst and company will try to break out of the defensive zone. There goes Luke Ernst. Just makes it look easy, even in an all-star game. Off to the near side it goes to Joseph Lee. Lee with a good ball inside was trying to find a recipient. And that one just caroms off to the near post side and out of play. Blues had a nice little push and build up here after they scored their goal. They started to dominate possession and having a couple of good opportunities in front. But they're running out of time right now as we're closing into the final 8 minutes of play, and they're down by 3. Trying to find Ernst making that turn on that far sideline. Casso couldn't get to it. Here's Shinoda. Bang. Looks for an opening and finds it. The teammate lurking in the far side. Here's a build-up for Navy, but Marco's left the ball behind. Now Blue attacking the other way. Weir getting it up top to Lee. Now a yellow card actually shown to 2 different players in this All-Star game. I think it was Zeno Bang and also Patrick Weir that are getting into it a little bit, and referee wants cooler heads to prevail. Again, these guys are natural competitors, so you're going to have both teams and players on both sides that, despite it being an all-star game, you can't just flip off the switch. They're going to compete. I think both players are going to be fine, and they're going to sub off the field for the time being before being brought back on. But a rare time of seeing 2 yellow cards. We've seen 2 yellows and a penalty kick here in an all-star game. Check that off your bucket list. Another 7 minutes left to go in regulation. So both players who had been shown the yellow temporarily came off the field and are now back in, and I think are composing themselves here. They don't want to be shown a red in their final high school game here in New Jersey. Shinoda trying to clear it out to space. A run down the middle, still loose in the box. Weir couldn't get to it in time. Turnaround shot, almost a collision between a couple of teammates there. Oh, what a save, a diving effort. Barreto de Sa on the far post side knocks it away, makes the save. Couple of grand opportunities for Blue inside. Almost had a collision ensue as well between a couple of Blue teammates fighting for that opportunity for shots. Long for the far side, curling ball inside the top. Collision ensued in front of the goal, and good sportsmanship there by the keeper, helping up one of the Blue patrons. Here's Ortega. Trying to slip that one over to the far side to Wilson, who got just a little flick of it. Weir. In front. Can they get a shot off? Shinoda, the Bridgeman, showing off his talents here in front of family and friends. And a beautiful ball as well, lead ball down the other way. Richard, who has 1 goal, has that one go wide to the left side, out of play for a goal kick. So Shinoda did a great job of tracking back on defense and then had a beautiful lead ball down the other way to Vincent Richard. Under 5 minutes left to go here in the second half. Taking along down the near side. Casso. Centering ball. Eaten up there in the back line. Good defensive work in front of the net. Looked like by Bcbsca. Along to the far side. D'Urso just ran out of real estate. Couldn't track it down. Over to the far side. Blue trying to weave its way down. Time is of the essence coming up on the final 4 minutes of play. Curling ball The service just off the mark to the near side and out of play. Under 4 minutes left to go. Navy took control of this game after they had trailed 3-2. They raced out at one point to a 7-3 margin. Blue has gotten one back in this second half, but have been relatively quiet offensively after scoring 3 goals themselves in the first half. Navy led 4-3 at the break. Here's Shinoda playing it backwards. As that bounces out of play to the near side. Dylan 10 will now throw it back in. To the feet of Linnington. Plays it all the way back to Estrada in goal. Special thanks to Demba Main, who's one of the head honchos of the Bergen County Boys Soccer Coaches Association, as well as the head coach here at Fort Lee for having yours truly on the call. And again, it's always one of my honors throughout the course of every soccer season to join you here. Ortega. Along the far side, Ernst wins back the possession, trying to win the foot race. Just couldn't get to it in time as Navy stepped up on the play. Navy looking to strike again. That one is blocked away by Estrada. Comes back again to D'Urso. D'Urso tries a centering ball. Ball loose in front of the box. That one is sent back into the back of the net. And a little of the gritty celebration as well for Navy. Zeno Bang with his second goal of the game to go along with his penalty kick finish. He's got 2 goals. Davido Santos with 2. Thomas Ippolito with 2. And it's now an 8-4 margin for Navy as they've doubled up blue here tonight. 2 minutes left to go in the second half of a fun game. 12 combined goals in this one with Bergen County's best. Headed down, deflected away. Played forward, and Ortega trying to anticipate. Played out to the near side, Casso. Trying to drag with it, Nirenberg. Under 90 seconds left to go in this 2023 All-Star game. Congratulations to each and every player that was selected for this game and had a chance to participate. Congratulations to their family on the dedication and time put into making them All-Stars throughout their high school careers. Congratulations to their coaches as well, as that shot just missed on the outside. That would have been the dream finish for Shinoda, the Fort Lee native, to possibly score there in his final time here at the Sugarman Sports Complex. But a great night of soccer. Congratulations again to all the coaches on a fine 2023 season as we close into the final 30 seconds. Nirenberg draws the foul. Maybe one final scoring opportunity now for the blue team. And we'd like to wish everybody who was in attendance here or watching anywhere around the world the very best of happy Thanksgivings if you celebrate. As that's headed down, Nirenberg trying to get one last shot opportunity. Trickles away as Navy trying to run it down to the near side, and that'll do it here for the 2023 All-Star game. And the All-Stars came to play here today. 12 combined goals between these two sides. Navy takes this one by a final score of 8-4. Congratulations on another great season of soccer here in Bergen County. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in here, courtesy of the Fort Lee Athletic Department. Mike Raftery, Dimitri Nanis, I'm Dan Long saying so long. We'll see you next year here from the Sugarman Sports Complex and wishing all of you out there a very happy Thanksgiving. Take care, everybody.